All right, Mar, you ready for this?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado,
it's that time, man. Keep it simple.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Victor Allen's New Sports. The bald-headed black man, the man that the ladies have nicknamed Sexual Chocolate. Here he comes, Victor Allen!
Nobody ever names me that. Nobody ever calls me that.
I was told they call him Sexual Chocolate. I want you to know, I have never called him that.
Thank goodness.
But you know, who knows?
This is wrong. This is wrong. Okay. All right, you guys. You know, last time when we was doing the segment with Adrian's storytelling was so deep, and she's already a motivational speaker, got all this, so she should command it all the time. And I said, I can't follow up that story with sports because she did such a great job, and I commend you. I would trade you off any day. But that didn't sound right. Let me try to get her better out. I would trade you in, okay?
Don't trade her in.
Don't trade her in. All right, this is what we're going to do. I dedicated this segment to a unique position of sports. And I wanted to let everybody know, if you don't follow ESPN, they have this wonderful magazine. And when they go to the next level, they take it to the next level. And I wanted people to understand that when you tell a story in sports, sometimes you have to do it by capturing people's attention. Well, recently, the body issue. There's a number of athletes where they're dealing with what they call the body issue. And so one of the, I guess you could say, flashpoints is a pro golfer who basically, his name is Gary Player, has some comments about America obesity and how it's terrible and the way we're eating. And they say, well, to get that story across, you have to be able to catch them with that flashpoint. So the flashpoint was to have him in the body issue. So the ladies today are going to judge sports and the message. And the message is going to be, Mar, don't you go there. I already know where you're going. I know you go. Don't ruin my segment. Don't ruin my segment, man. I'm just saying. To capture the one's attention in sports, I want to find out if the ladies, this is specifically for the ladies, would you call this sports? And we're going to start off what we call the picture moment. And the picture moment is you say, is this sports? I'll tell you the athlete and what they do, and you'll say, I would go watch sports if they look like that. Got it?
Okay, is this sports?
It's sports. Okay. Mario,
oh boy,
are you ready for it?
You know, you can't get. You have to usually get the latest Cosmopolitan to find stories like this.
Look, I kept thinking about Adrian. I kept thinking about fashion. I said you have to have a contrast in fashion. You have to challenge them in a way. Challenge them in a way. So here's what we're going to do. That golfer who's starting first, his name is Gary Player, and he is the example of a man who says he does 1,500 crunches every day, a lot of exercise, and he says, I am going to be sports related. And this is his picture of the body on ESPN. He is 77 years old. What I want the ladies to do is say, is this sports or is this about the body? He's a former pro golfer. So would you go and watch Gary if he promoted himself this way? Would it make you come to see golfing if golfers did this shot? I'm going to start with you, Adrian.
I'm ready to go try mine. I just don't want you to laugh.
I certainly applaud his health and dedication. I celebrate that. And I wouldn't necessarily bring me to the golf course, but I definitely celebrate his health.
Wait a minute. Adrian, I'm going to let you off the hook today.
Thank you.
Because I noticed that. I've never seen you fidget before. You're fidgeting a little bit. So let me just, wait a minute. So is that it's interesting. Ashante was on the show today, the singer, and actually had a comment about sports and how many athletes want to get into music. And she said, I really want to go see the athlete. I don't need them to show me the other things. Made it interesting. Made it interesting. So I'm gonna follow back around to you shortly, but I'm gonna go over to our fashionista and say, you're not into golf, and let's just pretend you're not. Would you go and see a golfer if they did more of this?
Probably not, if I'm not into golf to begin with. And I mean, like Adrian said, I think it's amazing, his fitness level. But if he's on the, I don't know, maybe I might go out if he's on the golf course like that just to check it out. I mean, I try anything once.
Okay, so what you guys are saying, and I love how you guys word things, because I've learned that you have to be somewhat pro-political. You're not political, but pro-political. And so what I've heard so far is a casual thumbs up more than thumbs down, right?
Well, I'm saying this wouldn't draw me to golf. I just really celebrate that he's in that shape, but that's not golf marketing for me.
Okay, let's do this, Mario.
Yeah, I'm with Adrian. It's not so much golf marketing, but what I do really love is the strong statement of someone who's now a senior. Because
Yes.
as we get older,
That's what it says.
one of my pet peeves has to do with expectations of aging.
Right,
Because I go like, we have no training whatsoever
right.
as to how to age gracefully, and therefore our impressions are made up upon TV,
Right.
and they're totally unrealistic.
Right.
We have an obese society, and here you have Gary Player, who's not been known as a person to be,
No.
flamboyant
Nope.
in any sense of the word, but whose dedication to the principle. I mean, he really did this because of fitness.
True.
And to look at us as we age, to celebrate the fact that he at least is not obese, he's working on keeping his weight down. Looks like he's in really pretty good shape for 77 years old, and much in the way that we celebrated. Remember the pictures of the pregnant pictures that were starting to come out? Demi Moore did the first ones.
Yeah, I understand.
We start to appreciate the human form in a different way, in its more natural way, and in its more natural beauty. So I kind of commend him. I hope I look that good at 77 if I hit.
I have to say that he looks better than a lot of like 35-year-olds that I know.
There you go. See, so
Right.
so it's so far it's a thumbs up for what he's doing.
Yeah,
Right?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And gutsy.
And that's gutsy.
Yes.
Now, but I always say that's the beginning of the option. Let's go to the next option. As we say, okay, applause, good. Let's go to the next player. And we go with the tat syndrome, Vernon Davis. And Mario, just so you know, when you look at this picture.
I'm trying to see the pictures.
Now, wait a minute, hold on. Stop looking. Don't go there.
What is that?
This is he's a tight end with the 49ers. Well, show the second picture right underneath it. Would you guys, young ladies, Adrian, would you like to be at this photo shoot?
At that photo shoot?
Yes.
That might be a bit much for me, but I appreciate he's in great shape. But I don't think I would like be present for that photo shoot.
I know you want me. You don't want me posing like this. I tell you that. I know what you don't want. That'd be a scar in your brain.
So great shape. In other fashions, certainly I love well-dressed men. It's just I don't think he's dressed, but he is in great shape. I really like clothes and cool looking.
Well, you know what? I've
Church clothes.
Not church clothes. That cool, that a mix of Ralph Lauren.
Look at Adrian stuttering.
I know. I've
Adrian
never
stuttering
seen
now.
her stutter. I have
I
never.
went to a shoot and because the thing about it is I actually did a photo shoot like that as a makeup artist.
Oh yeah.
But he did have on it's a
A
well-known
little
player.
thong.
So do what's appropriate for that. So this is a nice looking man in great shape. But I like nice clothes that lay well on a man. He's confident, has a certain coolness to him, and a certain look and ease and class about him. But once again, great health and in great shape.
Okay, let me continue on because I believe the voice in the room here is Deanna. Deanna, I'm gonna put you in a different position.
Okay.
That's your boyfriend.
Okay.
Would you say thumbs up?
He's hot.
And here's his nude pose.
Would you want to be at the photo shoot?
If I was his girlfriend, I would. But
Yes, that's different. Yeah.
Yeah, but
If I'm a friend, you want to be there. Yeah.
because I think it could be a very intimate thing if that were your boyfriend or whatever. But I have to say that clothes are accessories, to your body, and clothes make you look and feel certain ways. And I think if I were doing a shoot like that, I probably would want as few people there as possible.
There you go. And you're very right. They actually made sure the privacy, that nobody was around taking advantage of it, that the social media, the cameras, the iPhones, they made it clear.
Right.
And I like the security of that. And what I like about what they're doing, okay, I'm not trying to plug all you guys, ESPN. I mean, you guys, you got the power. You could do this. I like the idea that we are kind of, this is America. then a lot of times we tend to be very conservative and very uncomfortable. So this is a challenge to say, given the right conditions, you would actually do it. Mario, given the right conditions, would you do this?
With the right conditions is about like 30 pounds lighter. I don't want you to laugh. You know, I do have a 6-pack underneath here somewhere because I can feel it sometimes. It's underneath there. But no, I'm the guy with the man tits. And don't act like you haven't seen them before because I see you men out there, okay? I'm not the only one.
You all right, Adrian?
Okay. So,
Boy, Adrian, I got a
so you know, you don't want to see, like I said, if that was me, it'd be a scar in your brain. You'd be going like, I saw Mario naked posing. I still haven't gotten over it. I still can't look him in the eye.
See, so look, and we do know this. Look, I'm saying that you never know. Gary Player did not know this was coming. You know what he was doing? And I'm just saying this. He was making a strong comment about visiting America. And he was shocked. He said half the people are on the obesity level.
Well, that's
so
true.
He's making a statement. So they said to get that
so
statement.
He's like, oh my
Look,
goodness, fitness,
yes.
the level of fitness in our country.
Oh, you can't. You have to draw people in first. I hate to say
agree.
this. You got to get them in the room
You do.
to do this. And I said, dude, you're 77.
77.
If I can get you in the room, my fear is if I do it, everybody runs out of the room.
Yeah, let's vote for Victor to go naked. Now that's a little better. Not a little better. I'm sure it's probably, I don't know, but I assume it's a lot better. You don't want my ass, excuse me. Yeah, you don't want me out there, my sagging buttocks. You might get Vic out there.
I'm sorry.
Get Vic out there.
Well, I'm gonna
do, since he's the one who talked all about this.
Okay, so that's the condition. We're doing good.
I want to say one
Our
thing.
campaign, absolutely.
Yeah, I would like to say one more thing about this photo. If I knew what I know now when I was 20, I would have been naked all the time.
See,
Wow.
Because
Why you say that?
because when you're 20, you look amazing.
Thank you.
And you don't realize it because you're, especially women, you're your own worst critic.
Thank
and
you.
you thinking I don't look so good. If I looked like what I looked like when I was 20, I would have been naked the whole time until I was 30.
You know, you got a point, and then they'll show those pictures forever.
That's right.
And you won't mind. Oh, please don't show that. Oh,
I would even. That's right. I would
I
even.
look great, don't I?
That's right. I'd even show those to my grandkids and have no shame.
Yeah,
day.
yeah, because
That's right.
you look, because they do, let's face it, even the centerfolds now, it doesn't have the same meaning, and so many of them are beautiful.
Right.
Absolutely beautiful.
Look at this away. Is Gary Player now, for those women who may, and I'm not saying this to say this is about going out and getting women, but I'm pretty sure a lot of women who know Gary Player are going, whoa, I didn't know he had that under there. So has his Q rating gone up?
Shoot, yeah.
Yes.
I'm sure it has.
Yes,
That's all I'm
absolutely.
saying.
I'm sure it has.
Yeah.
Yes, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, we got to go to the next pick.
Okay.
The next pick, we're going to go over to Colin Kaepernick, 49er quarterback, the hotness, 6'6",
Okay.
6'7". He's now taking it on the horizontal edge. I'm going to take it over to Adrian because
Wow.
she's been somewhat a little bit different today.
Adrian, you getting challenged here today.
This is remember, don't shoot the
And
messenger.
hey, this is not even the hot pick.
This is not. This is.
They're enjoying this.
We're torturing you.
No, we're not. This. Wait a minute. The magazine
Okay.
is going to come out for the general public all
Okay.
across the nation. Would you say, I know this man, he's a friend, would you endorse and say, yes, go, I like this type of shot? Or would you say, you don't have to do that, put on some clothes?
Okay, let me see.
Are you just now looking? She had one eye covered.
She's trying to catch her breath over there.
Once again, he's in amazing shape. You know, beautiful man. This is ESPN, you said?
Yes.
So I get it
Wow.
in the context of the body issue. Obviously, they're highlighting the bodies. So in the context in which they're showing it, I'm understanding actually all of them.
Yes.
Because I believe in health and fitness, those type of things. And I think also for their career, there's great marketing and exposure. It's not a, like, I like men in shape, but I tend to like clothes on men. You know, but I think it's a great artistic
There you go.
photo, and I think that with the painting behind it, you know, it reads well and it makes sense.
And you know, most people are going to focus on the tats first. They always have this thing with the tats. And let me say this: aren't younger folks, and when I say younger, whether you're in your teens or not, don't they always think trailblazer? And when you listen to his conversation about how he wants to approach his professional career, he says, I do not want to follow the pack. So, what
No,
he's
because he
doing-
doesn't wear 49er hats either.
Right.
That's in the news lately.
That's
What
right.
hat? He wears hat. He still wears the hat of the teams he likes.
Right.
And the people are giving him crap
really?
over
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Right. You're wearing the wrong hat.
Right. He's a truck. See, they think in a different way. They say, as long as
They
I
do.
deliver. So
Yeah.
let me take it to the next level. I'm going to go over.
I think he could beat them up if they tell him.
And he's a quarterback.
That's interesting.
They think about that.
Right.
didn't they?
Again, that whole new
It's
millennial.
a whole new attitude.
Different attitude now. Different attitude.
And notice what's happening. You get the opportunity to, one time in your life, in the best condition you are in, to have a national exposure over the best time you can ever say, if this is the right time to get me, this is the right time. So I'm going to take it to the next level. The next level is that he's almost your boyfriend, and he does this issue. Deanna, are you going? No. Before you do that issue, we got to consummate the commitment first before you go there, because I may lose you. Would you say he's hotter now, since you've seen this issue, or was he hotter before he did the issue?
And he's an almost boyfriend?
Yes.
You know, I think I would say he's hotter after, and the reason that I would say that is because it shows a level of confidence. And if he's the kind of person that's almost my boyfriend, I would know that none of this is going to change him.
Very. But you know what?
Got to go to the
Well,
South. Get your woman.
Great
That's
referral.
right, or
Great referral. Great answer. Great answer. I can't.
I'm telling you.
speechless. I'm done. Okay, you know what, Mario? I'm gonna go to the last pick. Mac. No, you don't need to make a comment. Why?
I just wanted to say,
No.
you get all these letters and comments about not providing photos for the women.
I know.
And this time you kind of went,
I did.
you really gave the photos.
Because there's special ladies in the room.
And wow, you did I have to commend you.
You hit it
Thank you.
home. You
Yeah.
did a good job.
You want to hear any? Yeah, you want to hear any more flack?
You
on
know
that
what?
one?
Look, this is the part. I'm saying this for a reason.
And I'm thinking, this is how they're marketing athletes now in a different way. Like my mind.
Well, you
Your
think
mind is
about those
going.
sponsorships, right?
I'm
And what you're
saying-
selling.
Yeah,
What you're selling, right?
look, the competition committee in social media and traditional business, this is just another tool. And they're so ahead pushing the envelope of where what they say is the new generation of saying what doesn't count and still gets you the exposure. He's off season now. Football season's not in, and look what they're doing. So I always believe you have to be on the game of getting people to say you're willing to make that next step and risk. So when we do shows like this, the part I love about both of you, I actually predicted that Adrian will be more under control on the show. Deanna's more under control, and I got Adrian
You're not
shaking her
phasing
leg.
Deanna at all. She's not phased. She's like, I can look at this hand.
That's right. But you know, these guys are they're showing the same amount that a Victoria's Secret model shows.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because you're not seeing anything you shouldn't be seeing.
That's right. And the part I like about this is that a lot of us are getting used to being unraveled. And this is the part I'm enjoying. I'm
I might have
enjoying
to
a lot.
take some photos of my butt.
You know what? I'm
Send
going.
them to Adrian.
I'm not.
Adrian say, please don't send me any more.
That's too much.
I just need a critique.
Okay.
All right, I'll send them to Deanna.
That's wrong.
All tasteful though. I will say.
I just.
But it's just interesting how, aside from, first of all, not knowing I'm see these today, but also just once again, what goes out today, the marketing. When you're off season, what do you do? What sets you apart? What makes you different?
There's no off
Right.
season.
You're right.
You have there is no off season,
No.
and you have, because of social media, because you have that in play now. Everything is, if you're not doing one thing, you have to do another, because it has to be put out there.
That's right. You
It's
have to
just
stay relevant.
another world, and you have to see different dimensions and aspects of you. And before, you could have off season and not have to, you have to work and do something different, but not so hard. Whereas now it has to be like clockwork.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you actually have to think like an ESPN.
Yes.
Saying get as much as you can. When you go see this issue, this is maybe not even 1/100th of the photos they got in there.
Okay.
So I'm just letting you know how they're approaching it. And I think in fashion and everything else, you have to come that way. And I think they're taking an example from fashion, because this is
Yeah.
more fashionable.
And arts is more, fashion and art.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
and
is.
it's their brand. They're
Yes.
building
Yes.
their brand.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
They're building it. Mara, we got one more pick, and then we out of this.
Okay.
Because all the time we're sitting there, we're thinking about women. Well, let's just thinking about men now, because boxing belongs to somebody who says, my name is Marlene Esparza. This is part of her ESPN the body because she is a boxer. Does this make her, Mario, for you, more attracted to her boxing, or are you going to be the same old man just looking at the body and not appreciating that her art is being competitive and being real, and this just so happens to be her brand of marketing right
No, I'm going to look at their bodies, and it's amazing today. You know, the Williams sisters
Right.
have got you looking at these, you know, extremely muscular
Right.
women too in a different way.
Yes.
And here again, she comes off as really physical,
Yes, she does.
like a boxer. She does come off physical and physically strong, and you know, you don't see her breasts or anything, and
Right.
so it's not a, to me it's really not a sexual photo, really.
It's not.
To tell you the truth, it's not, even though she's nude, it's not enticing me in that way.
No,
but it's really impressive. Just like sometimes when I do look at the Williams girls too.
Right.
Some of the other athletes, the women today,
Sharapova, all of them.
yeah, even though in tennis they're not as
Physical.
and muscular as some of the other sports,
Right.
where you see them, but just the fact that they exist out there, wow,
Right.
it's really impressive to see the anatomy.
Deanna, is that more a statement of a woman being able to say, look at my profession, but I am using my body as the brand? Is that the obvious that's happening here?
I don't think it's the obvious. I think it's saying that I can be all these things. I'm a woman, and I can be very strong. I can be in a typically man's sport, and still be a woman. And my body is amazing, and it's strong, and it's all those things that, you know, make her able to do what she does.
So simple. She hits it right on the point. Are you asking for oxygen? You okay? All right.
Oh no, I'm okay. That's that photo. That
Here's
photo.
what we do. No, I'm messing with her. I've dreamed about this moment.
It was the
She's still stuttering.
It was the men I wasn't expecting. This is an easy photo.
It's an easy photo. Okay, now this is what we're going to do. We're going to go around real quick at the end for the ending of the segment and tell me, Mara, you're going to roll to the photos. Each of you is just going to say which photo really impacts you between the four we've shown, and we're going to go with, of course, Deanna first. We got Gary Player, the golfer. We have Vernon Davis, the tight end from the 49ers. That shot is a deep shot right there.
Yes.
And then we roll on to Colin Kaepernick's teammate, the quarterback. He's doing what they call the tat move, but the design layout in the back's pretty tight. They got that bluish look. You know, they did real good on the shot. Mario's challenged. And then we got the boxer, Marlene Esparza. Deanna, which one strikes you more that it is a fashionable statement if you could look at it that way?
You know, I'm kind of torn. I like Colin's because I really love the artistry of the shot, the way it's the darkness and the way that it's laid out. But I think one thing that I want to point out, if you scroll back to the top, to our 77-year-old here, he looks this way, and he's not even still in the sport.
I know.
Right.
All the other
very
ones
good.
are still required. Their paycheck requires them to be that way.
That's right.
He is not required to be this way. Nobody's paying him to be this way. And
Nope.
he looks amazing, and he shows that no matter how old you are, you don't have to grow old.
There you go. That's so. This Gary Player gets your nod because it seems
Yes.
like he's your number one.
Yes.
Very good. Let's go over to our resident motivational speaker.
Well, I think that Deanna hit the nose on the head. I think that, you know, the other gentlemen, certainly they're in their career and they're getting paid. And yeah, they're certainly, I'm sure, into their health. Absolutely. I think this is a wonderful shot because it embraces the sport and he's there on the field. I like that.
Absolutely.
This is definitely more artistic, Colin. It's definitely more artistic. What stands out to me is, and that just promotes boxing in a different way and brands in a different way, but what stands out to me as far as the overall message is that because everyone, if you live long enough, you get to be older, is Gary in the sense of he doesn't get paid to do it any longer. He's taken the initiative and passion and purpose saying, I'm going to be fit and I'm going to display this and I'm proud of what, you know, he's take ownership of his health.
Yeah.
So I think that this gives you something to look forward to,
Right.
opposed to look at for now.
Very good, because you know what Gary's doing? He's covering 3 areas. That I was a pro,
Yes.
I'm into health. That's the main reason why he's doing, is to argue that America needs to get right with its obesity issue. And then I'm also fit. So he is a trifecta on this one.
Right.
And I agree with you so far. It seems like everybody's universal.
And there's a future.
Yeah, all day. Now, Mario, I know you have always dreamed to be. Will you be doing this at 77?
Well, I hope so.
Okay.
I hope that I feel so blessed at that time and so confident that I'd be willing to do this. I want to commend ESPN. You know, you could have. There's the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, which has been around forever,
Right.
that people love. But this takes it to another level. I really appreciate, I have to admit, seeing the bodies of athletes that I have seen perform. And I must admit, Gary Player has inspired me.
Yep.
You know, and it has a whole
That's
different
beautiful.
class. It just has a different class to the picture
Right.
and style to it that's just sets it apart. And maybe it is because the statement he's making because of his age. But I am very impressed with this photo.
Very good.
It's a way. That could be a poster
Yeah.
on my wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It could stand for something else.
Yeah.
Because not many people. Usually,
Yeah.
when you're retired, you're forgotten. You're really
Right.
forgotten a lot of times. So I wanted to get this message out because I wanted to challenge what I call the fashionistas in the room, who said my world is clothes. I said, well, now take off the clothes. Do you still see the brand? And you guys did wonderful. You ladies did
did.
wonderful.
Sure
I'm
did.
proud of you, and I'll get to talk to you afterwards because your Nude is taken. That's the end of my Nude Sports.
Everybody, do the sports.